my story is, I'm going to tell about my mother's story. She was a victim of domestic violence, and unfortunately, she did not make it. She was shot in the back of the head by her boyfriend while trying to get away from him. October 20th, 1996. I was actually a sophomore in high school. It affected my life on so many levels, from 16 till up until now, and I'm still healing from it and trying to deal with it. I went from being a straight A student to barely passing any of my classes, all within 3 weeks of me being in school after it happened. It affected me, my relationships with men. I did not trust anybody at that time. I thought all men were abusers. His last words to me, the man that killed my mother, was, "I love your mother and I would never hurt her." Those words stuck with me because dealing in my relationships with men, any man that told me that they loved me, I automatically thought that they were trying to hurt me. So I ended up backing away and running from relationships after relationship. Over the years, I struggled with finding out who I was because of this. I didn't know which direction to go, which path to take. It kind of took over my life because for a long time I did not forgive him at all. I think probably in my late 20s is when I decided that I could no longer hate this man. I have to forgive him in order for me to move on and to be a better mother for my daughter, and also to be able to actually love someone who really did love me. I did not have, at that time, I did not have a good relationship with my father as well, because during those times my mother was being abused, he was not around, he was not in my life. And it kind of, that also affected the men that I attracted in my life, because I always dealt with men that, was in and out. They never, like, they would say that they loved me, but it never showed. You couldn't, I couldn't see it, so I would automatically back away from it. I went on as to, I started going to college, hairstylist now, and I'm also going to school for criminal justice. That also played a part in what happened to my mother. I actually wanted to get into that field. I'm still healing from this, and I'm trying to figure out which way to go with this. It's, like she said, it's hard dealing with any type of abuse, verbal, physical, emotional, and so all of it is hard to get over. And I'm still dealing with this right to this day. But I stand here because this is part of my healing. And I feel like if I don't tell the story, I'm still hurting myself. So with that being said, I stand here today to let you all know that even though if you're going through it, or you know somebody going through it, it can and it will take control of your life if you allow it to. It controlled my life for so long, to the point where I figured it was time for me to just forgive and just move on. And I just want to end this by saying, even though you go through things in life, you can get over it. It does take time, and you should not have to be afraid to tell your story or be ashamed of what happened in your life. And I just want to thank you for coming out. I appreciate it.